The goal of the Institute of Diversity Sciences at UMass Amherst is to make that connection between science, technology, engineering, and making the world a better place, social justice, far more explicit, and to create multiple on-ramps to allow people to make that link tight.
Through the Institute of Diversity Sciences, Seda and myself were able to look at flood risk vulnerability.
And how people are affected in flood zones and what are the races, education level, or income level for those particular people who are affected most.
IDS helps to host 3 different interest groups. The one that helped us come together is the climate change interest group. These learning groups really attract people who are in STEM to really learn from people in the education department or in social sciences such as economics or sociology. Traditionally, you might have come, from one type of quantitative background if you ended up in STEM. But really, how it gets applied and who it really benefits, it all depends on that interpretation that's ultimately going to lead to social justice.
One important way we matchmake multidisciplinary research is to give out grants. And these grants are for teams who have a particular research project that has a social justice angle.
My research revolves around racial inequality and the disadvantages that individuals with learning disabilities face in the education system. IDS provided a seed grant to my advisors and myself to make sure that we could recruit students outside of UMass. The IDS grant was the chance for me to reach students that I might have not otherwise have reached. And IDS has also been instrumental in making sure that I have open lines of communication with people outside of my department. Unfortunately, STEM right now, I still think is monolithic. It's an ivory tower. If we want social justice, if we want social change, then we need to provide the opportunity for a more diverse community of individuals to enter STEM so that those individuals can also propagate and make suggestions about social change from their own perspective. When those people become leaders in STEM themselves, they can then suggest and institutionalize changes that address issues of social justice.
I'm Nigerian American, and the last time I went to Nigeria was when I was 8 years old, and I realized how energy was a big challenge. We use generators in order to power our homes, and sometimes the generators would go off and be exhausted. So I thought to myself, as a chemical engineering student, how can I help my community have sustainable energy? The Leadership Academy program is a 6-week program that I took, and I learned a lot about communication skills, leadership skills, and also how to negotiate. So every week we had a panel of guest speakers that were really, really useful to giving us a good perspective of the STEM industry. One of the biggest takeaways that I got from the Leadership Academy was the growth mindset. And what the growth mindset is that every single day you get better and better. So I tell myself every single day that this is just the beginning. Embrace the flaws, use them to channel so much growth and peace, and give yourself grace when things don't really work out the way you want them to.
There are no programs that combine social sciences, natural sciences, engineering, public health, nursing, education, business, and community, and brings it all together to use that research for social justice. There is no program that does all of that and then also trains the next generation of young people, undergraduate students, graduate students, and positions them to be multidisciplinary problem solvers in a world that is increasingly complex. And that's what is unique about the Institute of Diversity Sciences.